Hi all, this is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. We are continuing on with the 1966 Batmobile build. Sometimes it just takes a while for the next month's subscription to come in. And I think I left you guys off at like issue 39, somewhere around there. We were doing the brake lines. So I got those brake lines in. I'm just waiting for the issue to show me where to attach them. We're not up to that yet, but I have a lot of brake lines laying around. And then I just kind of skipped ahead 4 or 5 issues because they, they get, to assemble one wheel, they broke it up into like 3 issues. So I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous. So I just went ahead and got that whole tire installed back here. We're still waiting for the issue to do the other side, and then the only other thing that I jumped ahead on that's you didn't miss much at all was I started installing some tailpipes here, and they had me assemble some resonators. I call these resonators. They look like mufflers to me, but I think they're gonna go on here somewhere like this. Maybe something like that. But anyway, we're not up to that. So what we are up to is issue 45. I know I go through all the magazines, and the magazines follow the TV series episode by episode. So I opened up my next box. And let's get these in order. So we got 49, 50. 50's got some gold parts in here. It looks like possibly flywheel or something to that effect. For the transmission? No, I don't think so. We already got the transmission installed. 50 looks like engine parts. Looks like radiator hoses and such. 49. 47, 48. Looks like radiator, or it's going to be the transmission cooler. And 47. See what I'm saying? Here we have an outer rim. 46, you get the tire, and then 45. It's crazy. Then you get the 2 inner rims. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to open up everything and kind of like work with 3 magazines at once, knock it out, So I'm still working on learning how to edit and keeping videos short. So let me get set up here real quick. Okay, welcome back. We're going to bust out 3 issues at once. We got 45. Okay, and that's so this matches with season 2, episode 45. Okay, so just flipping through the magazine here. Tons of reading. And then also Fanhome came out with like a whole encyclopedia, like just probably a few dozen books of just Batman only. If that interests you, that's like a wealth of it looks like it's going to be a wealth of knowledge for you Batman lovers. I'm just particular to the 1966 TV series. That's what I grew up as, or first watched when I was a little kid in the mid-70s. And I'm noticing, going back here to these episodes, is the way I see it is like, okay, this came out in 66. I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 68. And they probably went through all the seasons, all the episodes, and all the people, all the guys a little older than me, like maybe 5 to 10 years older than me, got to see them, when they first were released. And by the time I got to see them, they were like probably reruns for 100 times. And where I grew up, maybe they didn't rerun all the episodes. They just rerun like a certain amount of them that were popular, So That's why I find it interesting. Like some things I don't remember going through these little episode recaps here in the beginning of the magazine. I don't remember as a kid, you know. Like I remember the Penguin, the Riddler, the Joker, King Tut, Catwoman, the white one and the black one. But there's some other things that I just don't recall. All right, so let's get into building. So like this episode or this stage, all we have to do is take 2 items and attach them like this. Oop, it's this way. This just goes on like that. And that's all for that. Nothing to it. I'm like, why can't you combine all of that into one stage? Okay, 46, season 2, episode 40. See, I don't remember that truck spraying that water or whatever it is doing there. It's spraying something. It's like a weird truck. And these mannequin-looking people. I don't remember that episode. All right, so going through. Wealth of knowledge about Batman. And in this one, all you're doing is taking the tire and installing it. That's that issue. Okay, that's all for 46. Okay, 47. Can you guys see that? Okay. Oh yeah, I remember Egghead, and I think I saw one episode with Egghead here. Season 2, episode 47. But like, I think maybe I only saw the one episode with him. Then all the other times they kept repeating all the ones with, you know, the Penguin, the Joker, the Riddler. Just kept repeating them, you know, season after season on the reruns. So it'd be cool if they would put out the whole season, all the seasons, like on a DVD or something like that. And then you could watch them as you wish. All right, so this one, we have the center cap, center base, the inner wheel, gasket, and we're gonna get this all installed. So that's this guy right here. And this lines up with the silver holes. Doesn't matter which way. What's really important to me is just lining up the wheel on the frame. Okay, so that's lined up, and we need to secure it with some CP screws, and that's these guys here. Kind of roll this and open it up. Grab my screwdriver. Should have all of this ready. So the last tire I did, like one of these plastic receptacles, you know, were, I guess, just a slightly bit defective or whatever. And I stripped it out. So the way I fixed it is took the screw out, dropped some craft glue, cement down in that hole, and then reinstall the screw very gently. And then once that dries, it'll be fine. It's never gonna back out or anything like that. There's no vibrations. It's just a toy. It's just for display. Not going to be any forces against this thing that's going to cause it to come on out. Okay, so I went ahead and tightened everything down, and now we're grabbing the backing plate from many issues ago, and this gets installed on here. So I guess this is, look, this is like the, if I pull this out, this is going to be like the plate that finishes the drum assembly. You can see that. So that's how basically how it's going to look. Now we have 2 screws, receptacles side by side, so this could only go in one way, you know, and it lines up and fits into place. And we need some AM screws to secure that. So let's do that. This one's a pretty tight fit, so I got that one tightened, and I have to actually put some force on that. Those previous CP screws I did not, but we'll just keep turning until it bottoms out. So that's done. Next up is we are going to install this onto the chassis. Let's make a little bit of room. And we need a washer, and we need one of these FM screws. So all I'm going to do is tilt it on the side on the 2 existing wheels. Can you see that? Okay. So this goes on like that. Fits in nice and neat right there. Then we have our washer. Oh, they call it a gasket. That goes right in there. I need some space to see. This goes right in there and get it started. And now I'm going to tilt it for better I could better torque it down. Okay, so that's that. Tire spins. And now all it's left is the little spinner. So I want it to match the forward. So I'm going to put Firestone at the top. Just like this front one. And then this just is like the wheel hub cover. So if I need to access the tire, I just pull this off. I already attached this. This is a super snug fit. So I don't think this is ever going to come off. I just center this under the Firestone, and there it is. So now finally, this chassis is on all 4 wheels, and that takes care of this episode. So I got another box. I got just a couple more issues left. Get this clear. Takes care of that. It's 47. It's going pretty quick now. So 48. Egghead continued here. Season 2, episode 48. More Batman comic information. And what is we building today? Okay, so we got the radiator front, radiator tank top, radiator bottom tank, and the radiator back. Okay, and it's gonna look like this. And that's the completed assembly. Let's get set up and we'll knock this one out. All right, so we're going to assemble the radiator. This is the front of the radiator. It has these 2 flanges on the sides, and then the radiator tank top is this one, it's got these pointy fins on them, and appear to go on like this. Well, let's see if I got this oriented correctly. Yes, this looks right. Interesting. Let's see if I'm doing this right. All right, guys, I had to go to a few stages ahead and kind of look and see what's going on here with this radiator setup. So I know this was the bottom because it has these two studs at the bottom, and this is like identical both sides. So this is the back of the front radiator panel. So all the little squares is the front facing forward, and then these flanges are flush, you know, and they have these little nubs on here, but on the picture they don't show them. You know, you can see how it's got this, you know, this crazy ridiculous, whoever made these instructions, you know, rushing through it. So they want me this way, and then the back goes down here. This, you had to snap it on. I wish I would have got that on camera. I can't take it off because it's like really on there, you know, and I don't want to break it. So this is the front radiator panel. And now we take the back radiator panel, and it looks like this big piece is on top here. And it's just should line up. What if I did it this way? No. But it's not flush on the sides. There's like a gap here. Why do we have that gap? Okay, well, we'll go with it. And we got just 4 AP screws to secure it. All right, and just tightening up the last screw here. The gap closed up some, but there's still, I mean, I could probably fit a feeler gauge in there. It's not perfect. Everything is tightened. I don't want to strip anything out. So I'll just do one final. Check it. All right, that's it for issue 48. Okay. Hi all, I'm back. We're on season 2, episode 49. This episode is called The Devil's Fingers. Do not remember that one as a kid. Crazy. Okay, then we got more great Batman comic recaps here throughout this magazine, issue 49. And this episode is Radiator. A lot of little pieces here. When I did the 1970 Dodge Charger, I got burned on this because like a lot of the parts fit tightly and stuff, but they fell off, you know, because you have to pick up the model a lot, turn it around, it goes through a lot of jarring on the build phase here, and if you're not using glue, they say you don't have to use glue, but if you're not using glue, then you can guarantee, like, and so now that whole charger is all fixed up and everything, and it's like impossible to get this back on, you know. So, all right, so let's start building. First step is we take the radiator from last issue, and we are going to install the radiator support. All right. So it looks like it goes this way. And we're going to use some AP screws to install this. All right, that's one. Okay, just finishing up this radiator support. There's a little groove inside the support, and I was installing the screws inside that. I kind of like missed a hole. I was like, what the heck? It's stripped out again. So we got this. It's our radiator support. Next up, they want us to take the overflow little hose, and we're gonna install the hose over here. And like I said, I've been burned too many times with that last build charger. I'm just gonna do a super tiny dab of glue. This will take the hose, and we're gonna wiggle it back and forth, remember? And then that just walks on. They say if your hose comes off, any of your hoses come off, and to use like a toothpick to like widen it, but you gotta be careful you don't split the hose. So now this is like a D shape, and this is the filler cap, and this gets installed. This looks like it's a really tight fit, and I will not need glue, or maybe not. Maybe so. Yeah, that's easy enough. But these hoses and these other items, that's kind of like hard to get. Just go ahead and glue them, you know. It's a pain in the butt having stuff fall off on you. So now we're going to take this part. I think I will use glue on this. Take another dab. I'll put that right inside here. And this guy gets installed. There. And this hose is going to go down like this. But before we do that, we have to make some room here and get the front of the engine just like this. Okay. All right, so now they want me to install the lower radiator hose. That's this curved one right here. yeah, so I have to fight my way around this, around the fan and these belts and stuff. So it's gonna go on like this pretty much, where this is kind of facing forward, and it's gonna attach to here. It looks like. See, it seems tight, but I'm just not trusting it. So let's I'll put some glue on here, and how far down does that go? All right. Let me try it with some tweezers first. Let's see. Okay, give me a second. All right, y'all. I got that lower radiator hose in, and I'm just putting extra glue here, and I'm gonna let that dry before I go further, because it's really a delicate junction here, and honestly, it'll probably just pop out on me again, and I'm gonna be like, screw it, and not go without a radiator hose, you know. So, looking at our progress, wonder if there's anything else I can do while we're waiting. I could probably, so this is next up here. And this is the water outlet, right? And then the water bypass. That looks like it goes from here. Let's glue that into place, and then it goes to there. Yeah, it's gonna make like a weird curve, which I don't like. So we are going to glue this, okay? And then we could do the upper radiator hose. I wish I had faster drying contact cement, you know. Let me put a drop here. And we're gonna put a drop right here. My cat's hanging out. He likes to watch what I'm doing. So we're wiggling this. Oh, careful. Take out that lower radiator hose. Okay. So this is wiggled on. Okay. And this looks like it's supposed to snap into place up here. But I'm going to put a dab of glue. Technically, you know, you don't need glue on these models from Fanhome, because nowhere in the instructions tell you to do it. But maybe they assume they're dealing with experienced model makers, which I'm not. I tried model making. I was a part of a club when I was a kid to get a different model every month. You know, the ones where you needed those that funky glue to put everything together, right? So this model club's different. We're using screws to put everything together, but it looks like to me some places it's a good idea to have glue because, like I said, this stuff doesn't always stay attached. Ooh, I did that. Look at that. I did it. So I want to let that set up. And how about let's go for the upper hose. So it's going to go from here to there. Which way does it go? Does it go this way? That's crazy. So let's get some more glue because I have to be quick here, and whatchamacallit. And then, because I have to move this radiator to get it to fit, and I have to do it at the same time and also watch the bottom radiator hose that it doesn't come out. Whoa, cool. Oh, look good. The radiator bottom still in there. Maybe I could close out this video and call it a day. And I'll hook up this little guy later. And where does that go? It's supposed to go. So now I have this guy. They want me to connect this. Interesting. I gotta research this. It's crazy. This guy goes down and around somewhere. Alrighty.